So Farnborough was probably the smallest town that I went to on my mission. It's a small borough outside of the greater rings of London, basically. It's the birthplace of British aviation, first place they ever flew, so everyone there is very proud of it. But it's just, my entire area was just 3 different towns that were connected by one small bus route. And this area is kind of typical for most of the western cities or western areas in my mission, in that it was more British. It was actually kind of interesting because Farnborough was an old military base, so everyone that lived in Farnborough was either British or they were Nepalese. There was a lot of people from Nepal there. And so while I lived in Farnborough, my work focused mainly on teaching and meeting the British and getting to know them. And so that was one of the more well-established wards that had members that had been there for like 4 or 5 generations. And so the people there were, Mormon through and through, and were used to the way things were done there. Whereas other wards I've been in would have a lot more turnover of people moving in and out. Farnborough is a beautiful place. A lot of the bus routes I would take to get from town to town would go through incredible British countrysides where everything would be green and there'd be blackberry bushes on the side you could pick during the season. So while I lived in Farnborough, it was part of what's called the Reading Stake. And the Reading Stake's really fun to be in because it has a lot of historical sites and major areas as part of it. And so often my zone on P days would get on a train and we would travel together up to Oxford and spend our time up there. And if you have a chance to visit Oxford while you are there, I highly recommend it. It's a beautiful city where all the stores, the architecture is that the fronts of the stores were built, as much as like 800 or 900 years ago. And then they've left the fronts of the store standing, so all of the buildings look like they're from the 1200s, while the inside stores have been completely redone into modern stores. And you also have a great opportunity while you're there to see incredible museums of the history of England and of Oxford. Fun fact, it's called Oxford because they used to ford oxen across the river, which was a random tidbit of information I picked up while I was there. Favorite place to go if you ever serve in Reading Stake? After district meetings, my entire zone would always go to a place called Moon's Cafe, which is right next to a little bit ways away from the Reading Chapel. But the people that own the store love Mormon missionaries, and they expect us there every single Wednesday. It's a great place to go and get fries and a pizza and whatnot. One of the best chippies around, and they would offer discounts to Mormons as well, which was nice.